Hey everybody, I'm Jack Reeder with Future Pastimes, and in this video I'm going to be going over 10 great one-shot flares. And these are what I call homing flares, because after you play the wild of this flare for its effect, if the corresponding alien that matches the flare is in the game, you have to give the flare to that alien. Otherwise, it is discarded. And the reason for that is because the effects on these cards are really good, maybe a little too good for someone to be able to do multiple times. So you're going to get one use out of it, and then it's going away, or it's going to become a super flare for that alien. So let's dive into it. These are my 10 favorite one-shot homing flares. Our first one is Ace. Ace is a red alert alien, and it's the alien that can win with one colony. So the wild is after encounter cards are revealed, if you are opposed by all other players, you may play this flare to win the encounter. And there you have it. So when you're going for that solo win, this is your Ace up your sleeve. Give this flare to Ace after use, or discard it if Ace isn't playing. So, blam, that's a really great effect, and that's why you're only going to get to use that once. And Ace is from Cosmic Dominion. Our next one from Cosmic Eons is Architect, also a red alert alien. So as a main player, after encounter cards are revealed, you may discard one attack card from your hand, and then you're going to add one for each card below it in the discard pile to your total. And it says in its discard pile, so if you're actually discarding a reward card, you would count how many cards are in there. So late in the game, this is a super powerful card. Early in the game, maybe you want to hold on to it. You're only going to be able to add a couple. Just depends. I mean, but probably better, even after one or two encounters, better than most reinforcements. But late in the game, you're talking about adding maybe 30, 40, 50. So afterwards, give this flare to the Architect or discard it if they're not playing. All right, from Cosmic Dominion, we have the Aristocrat. And this is also a red alert alien. Aristocrat is the one who picks their starting hand. So at the start of an encounter, you may take 1 minute to look through the deck, choose one card, and add it to your hand. Then shuffle the discard pile together with the deck to form a new deck. So very simple, straightforward. This is one that you do want to play earlier on when there are more cards in the deck to choose from, but this lets you say, all right, 1 minute, you're going to have a pretty good idea. You're looking for maybe attack 30, attack 40, maybe a Cosmic Zap or a Plague. Just grab a different flare. There's definitely some stuff in there, and it depends upon your alien. So maybe you're a loser and you want to grab a Negotiate. That's kind of crazy, but crazier things have happened. Certainly Pacifist would love to grab a Negotiate. But usually you're going to be going after great attack cards or maybe artifacts. So yeah, this is a pretty good one too. All right, from Cosmic Incursion, we have our first yellow alert alien, and that is Kronos. Kronos can replay an encounter. At the start of any regroup phase, you may look through the discard pile, choose one card, and add it to your hand. Then you're going to shuffle the discard pile with the deck to form a new deck. So, a great companion piece to Aristocrat here with the Kronos. You get whatever card you want out of the deck, then whatever card you want out of the discard pile. So Kronos, the later into the game you go, the better it is. You've seen what's been discarded, presumably. Probably it was played. So again, attack 40, attack 30, and different flares that you now know are in the game. Maybe you're using that to pick up the discarded Aristocrat flare with the Kronos flare. That's fun. I'd love to see that. So yeah, good time. Cosmic Incursion, we have Disease, another red alert alien. This is the one that spreads its ships from one planet into another one in the same system when they have a lot of ships on there because of destiny. So at the start of any regroup phase, you may force every other player to choose one card from their hand in secret. Cards are then revealed simultaneously before being discarded. Any player who revealed the same card type, attack, negotiate, artifact, etc., as another player loses 3 ships to the warp. So this is one where players are either going to get rid of something good that they're hoping nobody else is discarding, or a number of players are going to get hit with losing 3 ships. So it's a little bit gamble. This one, maybe not quite as powerful, but still kind of a fun effect to see. This is not the original Disease Wild effect. So it used to be that the whole group had to discard 1 of every type of card and ships to the warp and maybe even a colony. It was brutal. They had like a minute to decide amongst themselves who was going to get rid of what. Otherwise, everyone had to get rid of the whole list. So it was a little too much, I think, for Kevin Wilson. So he went with this one, which is also a good effect. Yeah, and I don't. There's no classic Disease Flare in there for the sadistic players who miss that horrific effect. That was one of the first one-shot flares. So yeah, yikes. So Disease. All right, from Cosmic Dominion, we have a yellow alert. Engineer. Engineer's the one who, when they lose, they get to get technology, even if it's not in the game. So the wild effect is you may draw cards from the deck until you draw an artifact card. Non-artifact cards are discarded. If you exhaust the deck without drawing an artifact, take any one artifact from the discard pile. So it's a nice way to get an artifact. You're going to get an artifact. That's a given. I saw one where we were desperate for a quash, and so somebody played the engineer, and lo and behold, the first artifact they drew was the quash. Because it was fairly late in the game, and we're like, I can't believe that nobody has the quash, and so the engineer came to the rescue. All right, from Cosmic Conflict, we have Red Alert alien Filth. This is the alien that can't share a colony with anybody. At any time, you may declare one planet to be filthy. All ships there are returned to their other colonies, or the warp if they have no colonies. Any ships that should land there during this encounter instead return to their other colonies. So this one is brutal. One-shot effect makes a lot of sense because basically what happens is somebody says, well, look at that planet that everybody else is on except for me. That looks like a filthy mess to me. Boom, they play the Filth wild, and yikes, everybody has to leave. So you drop your score by 1. And that's what they get for not bringing you along anyway. So I love the Filth. All right, we have a base game, Yellow Alert, Human. The Human Wild is very fun. So Human is the one who always adds 4, but you can Cosmic Zap them in order to win the encounter. So as a main player, if your opponent is not the Human, you may use this flare after encounter cards are revealed to change your encounter card into an attack 42. And that's it. So you just get a 42, which is nice. That's the highest attack card in the normal game. So yeah, and it's it's a nice little Easter egg reference to Hitchhikers. So that's always fun. We try to get the number 42 involved in Cosmic Encounter as much as possible. That's why there were 42 alien sheets in Odyssey. So yeah, it's a recurring theme for us. All right, from Cosmic Eons, another Red Alert alien flare, Maven. So Maven is the one who, when they're not involved in the encounter, they can discard a card from her hand to determine how the encounter ends. Either the defense wins, the offense wins, or it's a deal situation. So when you are not involved in the encounter, so very on brand for Maven, after cards are revealed, you may correct any encounter's outcome by adding 10 to either side's total. So you're just going to say, all right, ooh, looks like you're losing. Let's give you a +10. Or let's give this other side that's already winning a +10, and hopefully there won't be enough reinforcements for the other side to really do anything about it. So that's a good way to stop the win. You have to not be involved. So if you don't have any reinforcements, and a +4 from your ships is not going to be as good as +10. Of course, you're not going to get any rewards if you're stopping the win. So taking one for the team there. And then finally, we have from Cosmic Alliance, Yellow Alert, the winner. So winner is, if they win by a lot, they get a second colony. That's how that one works. So at the start of your turn, gain a free colony on a planet of your choice in any system. That's it. That's pretty straightforward. So yeah, just, all right, I'm going to get a, I'm going to get a free colony. So you get 3 colonies potentially on your turn if you've got the winner wild in your hand. So these are flares. Yeah, they pack a punch. I guess I didn't explain what Architect is, so just in case, when they win, they're stacking people's planets and merging the colonies together, and then that gives them a double bonus when they're a main player, depending on where that tower is that they're building. It's one of those tiny text aliens. So yeah, let me know what you think of these flares. Because a lot of them are red alerts, they often don't see as much gameplay, because I think on average, most players are using the green alert, maybe the green and yellow. It's really a more experienced table that's going to have so many red alert aliens, but that's one of the things I try to shoot for, because most of the people that I play Cosmic Encounter with are longtime Cosmic players, so they actually like the red alert aliens probably more than the green alert, just on average. But yeah, I love to see these. This is going to be a Cosmic Invitational at some point. Will be the probably all red alert and all one-shot alien. There are others, so I'm going to do a couple more videos on these great one-shot. These are the top, so these are my faves for these one-shot. Especially these are all homing. So there are other one-shot flares that don't necessarily go back to the alien that matches that flare, but I'll get into that in some other videos down the road. So yes, share your thoughts, any funny stories on there, like the one where we needed that quash. That was a great, very memorable moment. That's what Cosmic Encounter is, the game that very easily creates these unique, memorable moments that you just don't really see that often in most other games. So that is one of the reasons why it is my favorite game, and remains that way, and nobody's coming along to unseat Cosmic Encounter. I can promise you that. That's it for this video, everybody. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.